Time now for an update regarding Amazon Web Services Workspaces. Presenting on behalf of Jeff Gumpf is John Landers. John, over to you.
Thank you, Tyler. I'm here to provide an update on the Amazon Web Services Workspaces. Jeff was unable to be here today, but with this being such an important effort, we wanted to make sure we took the time to share an update on this project. So we'll go ahead and get started. So really in these first couple of slides, we just want to start with some context and some background about what we're trying to do and what is the software or the Amazon pieces that allow us to do it. So Amazon has a branch which is called Amazon Web Services, which provides a variety of different services for things on the web. And one example is this Amazon Workspaces. Amazon Workspaces is a service that allows us to provide Windows-based virtual desktops. Virtual being that there's no physical machine, that the user is carrying around with them. It's a virtual machine that gives them the ability to access things from anywhere. So it's a great offering from Amazon Web Services. And at a larger scale, Amazon Web Services is obviously part of Amazon. It's a computing branch that focuses on infrastructure as a service or really cloud computing. So it's a vendor partner that we've been working with, and this was a good opportunity to pilot and do proof of concepts in our environment for these virtual desktops. So over the last several years, there's been a variety of interest in virtual desktops on our campus. It allows us to search to serve the teaching, research, and learning of our institution, but it also provides things like manageability. They're much more easier to manage than a lab of 30 physical computers. They also provide uniformity. That way you can make sure that all these computers have the same pieces of software, the same drivers, and the same settings to have potentially a higher level of confidence that they'll work as expected. There's also ease of access. Anyone using a virtual desktop should be able to log into a different virtual desktop and maintain the same data and have access to the same data on those computers and have those settings. So there's appeal with that. And also security. It's easier to protect those machines. There's less risk of data being shared locally that may not be secure, or you can easily clean them up if a user does have access to malware or gets a virus. And agility. If we had to potentially buy a lab of 30 physical machines, it would take some time to get that lab ready and get that set up. With virtual desktops, it allows us to serve our students and our faculty with a lot more agility by using them. So that's why there's interest on campus. And why use Amazon Web Services and Amazon Workspaces for virtual desktops? To be able to provide this quickly and with agility, there's significant infrastructure required. And we would have to, really build out that infrastructure to support the largest number of machines we had. But with the Amazon Workspaces, they provide and they operate that underlying infrastructure. So we do more of the configuration and the setup. And we're able to take advantage of that without having to pay for the underlying infrastructure. So really what that comes down to is that you just pay for what you use, which is appealing because it allows us to scale up or scale down based off of the needs of what we're using. And there's a lot more ease of use. It's easy to provision if we needed to add machines. It's easy to manage if we needed to upgrade to the newest version of Windows, for example. And what it seems to be is that it's easy for the customers or our students to be able to use. So those are some reasons why we decided to use Amazon Workspaces for virtual desktops. So now that we've been using them, we wanted to try it and try and develop a proof of concept. So we have a use case on campus with MSAS, which is likely common to other areas of campus as well, is that there's some classes require the use of statistical analysis packages such as SPSS. Previously, students would use a physical MSAS computer lab, but with construction in that building to build out new classrooms and redo the building, that physical lab no longer exists. So working with them in partnership, we were able to provision workspaces for each student and faculty member for a specific class, and we had hoped to get that going for fall semester 2015. And this really allows MSAS to be able to build out the new classrooms and make the changes to the building, and allows us in Information Technology Services to help support the teaching, research, and learning for MSAS and really all the campus. So that was the context for our proof of concept. It was originally planned for 3 classes and 26 students for a total of about 30 workspaces. And it originally went into operation in the start of the spring 2016 semester. After 1 week, it was really great to know that we were able to expand it to a total of 6 classes and 110 workspaces. By utilizing Amazon Web Services and our relationships with Internet 2, we were able to be agile and get that set up in only a week to able to really triple the size of the number of students using it. So that was a really great story and a real great benefit for MSAS, and we're glad to be able to provide that. So there are some other possible use cases that we've explored and started discussing. Specifically in labs, there's specialized software or system configurations that may be suited to this. For training, when we have a group of people coming in to learn about a certain piece of software or train on various things on campus, they could be used for that. And it could also be used in other classes on campus, in different schools or in different buildings. Obviously, situations where managed secure desktops are desired is a potential use case, or where it may be difficult to carry a laptop, or situations where the use is short term, where a student may be just coming into a lab to print something out real quick or to just check something in between classes. And ultimately, we should hopefully be able to provide not only MS Windows but also potentially to Mac or Linux users as well, which really broadens the use case on the campus. So with that, we wanted to make sure we provided an update on this important effort. With that, Tyler, is there any questions from the audience?
Just one question for you, John. So it seems like this project is a little bit early in its life cycle, and folks may continue to have interest in it as it continues on its way forward. What are some outlets that folks can go to learn more about this project over time?
I would hope that we'll have a presence on the ITS website and certainly a subsection of the Projects Live website where people would be able to review past recordings of this and appropriate other material for this project. So thank you, Tyler.
Awesome, John. Thank you.